Hello, welcome back to Armchair Armory, and it says, in about half an hour ago, something like that, it finished at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal won, Brighton and Hove Albion won. This is a very, very frustrating game. Off the bat, the most that everyone's going to be talking about around this game will be Declan Rice being sent off. I think there is definitely an argument to say that the sending off changed the game, and the way that he was sent off changed the game. He essentially got given a second yellow card. The first yellow card he got, fair enough. It was a reckless tackle by his standards. The second yellow was because he tapped the ball away after Veltman kicked him in the shin. Essentially, I think Veltman's bought it or exacerbated the situation and has made it worse, and therefore Chris Kavanagh, who I don't rate as a referee, I think he always makes mistakes. He sends Declan Rice off, and I think after that we sort of lost our shape a little bit. We had to go to 5 at the back. I think we did well to hold on to not lose the game. I think that sort of becomes the primary objective, to if you go down to 10 men, don't lose the game. I think Gabriel could have probably done better with the equaliser from João Pedro. It's frustrating, put it that way. I'm not saying that we've got a God-given right to be up there again this season, but I think when you're taking on a juggernaut, a monster like Manchester City, even dropping points third game of the season is a thing you've got to worry about. Overall, I don't think the performance was bad. I think we had to adapt to the situation. I think there will be fans that will probably use this as an excuse to say that we've buggered up the transfer window and all this kind of stuff. I don't think that's an appropriate argument for the context, given I sound like Mark Nicholas from cricket. Given the circumstances and given the match, I think that this is probably the best we could hope for. We did actually have chances to win the game. If Saka had been better with his touch, and if Havertz didn't fall over, we probably could have nicked it. I'm glad that we didn't lose the game, because as soon as we went down to 10 men, and as soon we're gonna lose, essentially, or we're gonna fuck it up, essentially. We started off really well. I think of the 3 games that we've played so far this season, this is probably the best we've started in terms of tempo and in terms of moving the ball around. We had a couple of half chances in the first 10-15 minutes. We scored through Havertz. I think he was caught off Lewis Dunk was caught off guard, and then the pass was put into Havertz, who just chipped it over. I don't know the name of their keeper. It wasn't Steele today. It was the Dutch guy. And at that point, you think, yeah, we should go on and win this game now. But yeah, as I say, the red card to Rice just totally derailed us, essentially. It hasn't helped as well that one of our new signings, Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad, got injured during training, injured his shoulder. Looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. I don't know how long a few weeks is, but it looks like he's going to be out. So we don't have any cover for Partey or Ødegaard at the moment. I was really worried at one point where Ødegaard went down and he got back up, but he was limping. He couldn't run. And I thought, oh, here we go. This is where we go back to the age-old Arsenal of us being the Man United of this season. Yeah, it was scary. Timber also went off, but I think that was just a precaution. Because obviously he's just come back from major surgery. So, yeah, I think hopefully that's nothing to worry about. But the downside of this whole thing, despite the fact that, yes, we managed to hold on and get a point, which, isn't great when you're at home, but Brighton have been good this season. And I think if all were equal and it was 11 against 11, maybe things would have been different. But again, given the context of the match, I think a point is fine. I'm not celebrating it, but I think it's fine. But the downside is that now Declan Rice is now suspended after the international break for the North London derby and potentially City away as well. I don't know if it's a 1-match ban or a 2-match ban, but I think it's a 1-match ban because it's 2 yellows rather than a straight red. I think it's 3 matches if it's a straight red. So yeah, he misses the North London derby. Now the good thing is that we've got adequate cover to come in his position, which would be, so I'm assuming that Jorginho would play alongside Ødegaard if obviously Ødegaard's fit, because I think Partey played in the 6 role and Rice was the left 8. So I think that's something to hold up. And I think when Jorginho played in the North London derby last season, I forget where. Oh no, but it was his mistake that caused the equaliser. But still, I think up until that point, he played quite well in that North London derby. So I'm not sitting here saying that we're not gonna we've downgraded or that we'll be a worse team for it. I think, as I say, it's adequate cover. So I don't necessarily think that we go into it as less as that Spurs go into it as the favourites. I guess it depends on what their result is this weekend. But yeah, I think that's something. But you'd rather have Declan Rice there than Jorginho, to be honest. We signed Raheem Sterling on loan from Chelsea on deadline day last night, because loans can go past the transfer deadline. And because we didn't meet the loan, I think the loan deadline was midnight. Because of that, he couldn't play today, or he couldn't be involved today. So he will be involved against Spurs in some way. I actually don't think it's a bad signing. Like, I've always thought Sterling was a good player. I think he's sort of fallen off a cliff a little bit since he left City, but that might just be because Chelsea are a shambles at the moment, business-wise. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad signing to have. It's to have one of the most prolific English forwards in English football in the last 6, 7, 8 years, regardless of the fact that he's 29. I think that stands in good stead to have that on your bench when you need it. I was thinking that this game today was the type of game where you need Sterling. I mean, hopefully he turns it up for us, because he always scored against us when he played for City. So yeah, it's a weird one. I don't think it's a bad signing, and I'm not sure whether I would consider it. I don't know. I mean, it might be considered a panic signing just because we were running out of time, and it might have been a plan B because we couldn't go in for Gyökeres, or because of the situation with Tony, where Tony agreed that he was going to go to Saudi Arabia. I don't know, but I think for squad depth and for his experience, I think it's a decent signing. I don't think it will set the world alight, because it clearly hasn't, because I know that a lot of fans don't like Raheem Sterling, but I think it has potential to work out. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I've just read on social media, on X, that Aaron Ramsdale is starting in goal for, has started, because it's 3:10 here in the UK in the afternoon, has started for Southampton. So we'll see how that goes. I was going to wrap this up quickly because I wanted to hear what Arteta's reaction was to the game. But yeah, I felt like I needed to get a lot of this off of my chest. So yeah, I guess we just have to take the point and move on. International break now for a week. Hopefully no one picks up any injury. Well, yeah, I mean, Declan Rice won't be playing in the North London derby anyway, but hopefully he doesn't pick up any injuries for City, going into City. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we just have to take it and run. We were at home, which makes it sound stupid, but yeah, in the situation, in the context of the match, we had to make sure that we didn't lose that game. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back again, Armchair Armory wise, for the North London derby. It feels like it gets quicker, sooner and sooner in the season every single year. It feels like we're playing them within a month quite often. And from what I've seen of Spurs so far, I haven't necessarily been impressed, or majorly impressed. I think they've been okay. But yeah, they always seem to, especially when it's at their ground. I don't think it will be a repeat of last season anyway, where we were 3-0 up at half time. So let's see. But yeah, that's what I'll be back for, previewing the North London derby. So just knock the microphone there. So enjoy the rest of your weekend if you can. And yeah, take care and stay safe.